Social media is great. It lets people voice their opinions without discrimination. However, some of y'all really need to get off this shit. Like, some of y'all be saying stuff if I don't know if y'all are trolling, is serious, or just high. You see, the problem with these platforms like Reddit, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube is that y'all be saying shit that is crazy, then have other dumbasses like you who agree with the bullshit you're saying, making you think that you're not crazy, and eventually growing the community of dumbasses up slowly. This is gonna be a series on this channel because I do enjoy looking at these. I'm gonna go through NBA Reddit, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube to find some hot takes from the basketball community. Today we're gonna do Reddit because this is what inspired this video. I was looking through some NBA unpopular opinions, and some of the stuff y'all be saying is straight dumb or unjustifiable by any means. Now I get it, unpopular opinions are just opinions. However, that does not mean y'all can be saying stuff without reasoning. We're gonna start off with the light one because the first one ain't all that crazy. This dude said that Jamal Murray can be an all-star player soon. Jamal Murray is a good player, don't get me wrong, and he can certainly develop to become an all-star caliber player. However, in the Western Conference, where you have guards like Steph, Clay, Dame, Westbrook, Harden, CP3, Ja, Fox, Booker, and Mitchell, who are all better players than him and are more important to their team. However, with the NBA, you never know though. What if he gets traded to the East, right? Well then he's still behind guards like Trae Young, Ben Simmons, Kemba Walker, Kyrie, and Zach LaVine, who are all still better than him. So though he may become an all-star caliber player, he may suffer from the Drew Holiday or the CJ McCollum syndrome of being recognized as an effective player but simply having too many better players at his position. The next dude says that Jimmy Butler can be the best player on the championship team. Jimmy Butler is one of my favorite players in the league simply due to his attitude and his two-way ability. However, not even I can say that he can be the best player in the championship team. If you look at the last 5 different teams to win a championship and their best players, you have guys like Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, LeBron James from Cleveland, LeBron James from the Heat, and Dirk Nowitzki. All these players have been considered or are currently being considered as that dude in the league. Dirk Nowitzki is going down as one of 2 or 3 of the best power forwards of all time and has paved the way for modern stretch big men. LeBron James simply is one of the greatest players of all time, and especially during those Miami years where he was in his prime, he was unquestionably the best player in the league. KD is one of the most unstoppable offensive players of all time, and though his championships are often diminished due to his actions of being a bitch-ass player, you can't deny his talent and his greatness. Kawhi had one of the best playoff runs ever and is one of the best players in the league, while being a much better offensive and defensive player than Jimmy Butler. Saying all that and looking at players who were considered the guys in the championship teams, Jimmy Butler is not good enough. His production is not enough to justify him leading a team to a championship. I think this year when the playoffs continue, it's gonna prove that. The Miami team is good, but nobody's taking them as serious contenders of coming out of the Eastern Conference. They are pretenders and an underdog. The last one I'm going to be talking about for this video is that Kawhi Leonard is overrated due to him having an elite coach throughout his career, his lack of assists showing that he can't play make, and his low career high of only 45 proving that he never needed to do all that to win because his team surrounding him was that great. Lord, give me strength for this one. Now the first point, Kawhi Leonard has always had good coaches in his career, and this is true. Greg Popovich is an elite coach, Nick Nurse is a good coach, and Doc Rivers is a great coach as well. But regardless of having the coach, at the end of the day, it's the players who have to show up to win games, and the coaches simply do not make you a superstar. Let's look at the Spurs now for an example. Greg Popovich is one of the best coaches, and his team with a star like DeMar DeRozan is not making the playoffs due to him not having that guy on his team to replace a Kawhi Leonard. Now the next point of him always having great teammates. This is also true. Kawhi has always had a unit of a supporting cast to help him win. But you can't go out there by yourself and bring home a championship. It doesn't work like that. MJ had great teammates during his championship years, but we don't hold that back against him, because he was still the guy in his team, just like Kawhi was the guy during his run with Toronto. I feel like the Toronto run proved to a lot of people who said that Kawhi Leonard is just a system player and can't win without Pop. Now on to the 2 completely dumb points. First one being that his low assist proving that he can't play make. Now yes, Kawhi's assist numbers are not impressive, but that's a false category when talking about Kawhi, because that's not his role. His role is to lock up the best player on the other team and score the ball, and he does both of those things extremely well. Just ask LeBron in the 2014 NBA Finals about his defensive production, or anyone who watched the 2018-19 Finals about his offensive output. Saying Kawhi is overrated for having low assist numbers is like saying Steph is overrated for having low rebounding numbers. Those are false stats for players whose roles are completely different. Now lastly, using a player's career high to prove that he never needed to do all that much to win a game, because the team surrounding him was that great. Remember Devin Booker? His 70-point game? If we use this dude's logic, you would think that Devin Booker needed to do all that for a win, whereas he was being fed the ball by his teammates in a game where he lost by 10. This proves that career high does not mean anything. If you want to look at offensive production, just look at a player's averages during his prime years as well as his efficiency. During this season, dude was averaging 26.9 points with an effective field goal percentage of 52.1%. In fact, if you looked at effective field goal percentages in the league, with players who are on the same usage rate as him, which is 33.2%, only these players ranked higher than him. Even considering these players, Giannis's numbers are not really comparable to Kawhi due to majority of his shot coming from the paint, regardless of his steady 3-point development this season. Zach LaVine can also be taken away from the list due to his offensive production not leading to wins. This only leaves these players who are all considered elite offensive players in the league, proving Kawhi to be a high production offensive player in the league as well. Anyways, that's it for this video. If y'all enjoyed this video, do the like and subscribe thing. I don't really know how this fully works yet, but yeah, I'll be back when I'm back.